What's going on, everybody? My name is Matt and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over 3 more Solana NFTs I think you guys are going to want to look into. Now, I've been scouring the internet for Solana projects over the past few weeks here, and honestly, guys, these are some of the best I've ever seen. So if you guys are new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe for more daily NFT videos, and let's get right into it. The first project I want to show you guys here is something called the Chimpions. Now, I've seen these guys here for a little while, but their launch date is getting very close, January 31st of this year, and these are an extremely exclusive collection of only 222 chimps, which is much lower than the vast majority of NFT collections out there. Remember, this means a lot less money for the team creating them since there's less to be sold, less royalties. But these are hand-drawn, not generative like 99% of other NFT collections out there, and it is 100% whitelist. So the only way to purchase this, if you wanted to, is to get on a whitelist. Now, if you guys don't know how to get on a whitelist, it typically involves the process of completing some tasks. Now, they've been a little bit vague about how that works, but when it comes down to it, you want to try to get on as many whitelists as possible because you always get more of a benefit. You get to buy a project cheaper, earlier, and in this case of the Chimpions, this is the only way in which you could actually purchase them. They're also limiting it towards 1 per wallet, so there's no way for some whale to buy up 20 of them and then dump them at floor. So this is a very easy way to get involved in a project that I think is going to be quite exclusive. Now, I am not on their whitelist. I would love to be, but as you guys can see, it does appear that the whitelist is very high in demand. This tweet here got around 2,000 likes, which is an exceptional amount for an NFT project like this. And they are constantly tweeting about how it is extremely difficult to get on their whitelist. There's only going to be, a certain amount of people who are doing this, and their community here just seems to be really, really strong. Now, when we take a look at their website, you guys can see the Chimpions exclusively on Solana. No cheesy, advertising or whatever. Very simple, very plain. And they say there used to be thousands of us. Our packs used to roam this planet's primordial forests, slinging from branch to branch, or so we thought. Yada yada, magic, and together we stand. There we go. So we're down to only 222 of these Chimpions here. And again, I do like this design a lot. I think it's extremely exclusive, and I do think this floor will be going up significantly. Now, before we go any further, guys, make sure to check out my Patreon, linked down below in the description, patreon.com/MattGarbarino, if you guys would like exclusive access to all of my NFT picks. So whenever I purchase or sell an NFT, you guys will know, and full granted access to Matt's NFT Dojo, where I give bi-weekly calls, live streams, all of that good stuff, so you guys could finally up your NFT game and start making some money. Personally, I think it's a steal for only $10 a month. Link down below in the description. Now, the next project I wanted to cover with you guys is called Fractals. Now, this is the largest NFT project that I know of with a supply of 100,000. That's right, 100,000 of these. Now, that is pretty crazy, and I think a lot of people looking at this might say, that's a horrible pick. Why would you choose something that has 100,000? Well, take a look at that floor price, folks. Only 0.09. That is extremely good. I purchased some yesterday for a floor price around 0.13, so only down a tiny bit, but I do believe these have a very promising future, especially considering the fact there are only 349 listed here on Solana. Now, what do these fractals do? Well, again, they appear to be randomized in terms of their name, in terms of their design. It seems like they were reusing a few main designs. Well, that's because they are. So when we take a look at the website, they have a few different fractals here, all with different power levels, and the gold ones are the most exclusive, with only a supply of 1,000, and then, of course, the purple here has a supply of 4,000, blue 70,000, and red 25,000. So again, this is their sort of power distribution chart, but what these guys actually do is essentially work to promote NFT games. There are a bunch of different NFT games that are being mentioned here on their website. A lot of ones I think you guys might recognize, of course. Some on the list here are all the way on the left side here, so I'm going to center it here for you all. You guys can see there are a bunch of different ones. Panzer Dogs, Aurora, which I know a lot of people know. Genopets is huge. Soul Chicks, plenty of different big games out there. But the idea here is that this is probably the leading sort of chance to get in on a Solana game sort of marketplace. This feels a lot like Twitch. You know, there are a bunch of different games out there that they have mentioned on their website. So definitely does seem like a good combination for the Solana industry. And they have mentioned that, again, this is something they're trying to do in terms of a cross-game asset. So they believe that these fractals can give you special powers in your favorite blockchain-based games. So I think this is something that hasn't been touched on yet, and that's why I like these fractals so much. What they seem to be is sort of like a drop, whether you were watching like Twitch or something like that, where you get in-game content or have the ability to use these fractals in certain games for certain reasons. But the idea here is that they've created a hub for tons of different Solana blockchain games, and I think that is huge because I haven't seen that done before. The last project I have here may seem a little silly, but I do believe this has a ton of potential. This is called Proof of Pizza, which is a project validator for Solana NFT projects. Now, I mentioned the project in a recent video called Rad Rugs, which is doing something very similar, and it appears that Proof of Pizza here is following in their footsteps. So what these guys are trying to do is create a validation system with Solana NFTs. So they want to mitigate rug pulls as best as possible and kind of help people out in terms of figuring out what they're actually investing in, what they're purchasing, and create some culture of responsibility within the Solana space. So they talk, of course, about why this is done. You know, obviously the fact that when you have NFT drops and things like that, it's very easy to be anonymous and to be a rug pull. So they have a protocol which allows teams in the space to show their community a level of accountability without losing their public anonymity. So they deter scammers, who are unwilling to go through their process here and do a face-to-face interview, ID verification, all of this stuff, which seems to be really, really cool. And again, they have a few qualified people on this very small but seemingly qualified team here. They talk a lot about this on Twitter with how they are able to achieve this, but they have an interview, tons of different stuff that goes on, and you guys can see it will eventually get added to the Proof of Pizza website. So again, a little funky in terms of the way this website is designed, but I do think it is very cool. They have a little blog here and ways to get involved, but mainly their Twitter seems to be the spot right now for creating this industry they're trying to break into, which is evaluating Solana NFTs, since there have been a lot of rugs in the past. I know a lot of people have experienced those, and I feel like this is a great opportunity for those that are looking to get into one of these projects. Again, I don't know when they will actually launch NFTs. I don't know when they will be sort of getting a way to invest in this, but if at some point they have maybe like a mini pizza kind of thing that you could buy, and that is their project, that definitely would be cool. If they have a token they release, anything like that, I just think this is a very cool Solana project going on, and I would definitely look at these guys very closely to see what projects they're evaluating, etc., etc., etc. So this isn't something you could directly buy right now. There's nothing to purchase, but I do think they have a great future ahead of them, and on the chance they do add either a token or a drop or something like that, I would definitely get on it. But that means, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Again, check out the Patreon down below in the description, patreon.com/MattGarbarino, if you guys would like to get exclusive content related to NFTs, altcoins, and so much more. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, my name is Matt. I'll see you guys on the next video.